So relaxed today. As you could probably tell already. I've been lacking on the videos, true. I didn't do one Friday and Saturday, so here's my Sunday version, which is going to try and make up for 3 of them, which doesn't really work. It's supposed to be a daily video, and I missed 2 days. Slacking. Today, as usual, is the Sunday relaxation cleanup day. Swept and cleaned the floors, vacuumed, dusted a few things. Laundry's on the go. I did 2 videos already today, which should count for something. But the first camera I used was the Call of Duty Ghost Prestige Edition camera that came with the game. Too dark. Sound quality was not really that great. Not for doing YouTube videos anyways. Probably good if you had it attached to like a bike, you didn't need the audio, and you were outside during the day. I guess the lighting would be a lot better. Here in the apartment, not so good. What else did I do? I shot a video with the HD camera on my computer. One of the Logitech 710C or something like that, I think it's called. And that was okay, better quality, better sound, better lighting, but iTunes was in the middle of doing something with the Genius playlist something, so the video was actually cutting and skipping and missed what I was saying, so can't use that either. It'd be funny to just post it as is, but it's not going to be cohesive and coherent. So I'm going to have to do a third one, which is this one, and I'm using my iPad to do, which you can tell by the size of the shadow over my face and the reflection in the mirror. See if I can eclipse that. No. Anyways. She's an iPad mini. What I was talking about in the other 2 attempts was the video I've been watching, pretty much weird events of 2013. Weird as in, you know, in this person's view, they were biblical. Tellings of, you know, the second coming of Christ and the end of days, and which, you know, if you were to read into it and look at the events of 2013, maybe even going back as far as Fukushima in 2011, which is still a continuing issue, and I'm going to say I don't need anything out of the Pacific anymore. But 2013 saw a record number of tornadoes, the largest that have ever been seen, any number of snowfalls all around the world that have never seen snow, forest fires and record heat in Australia, all kinds of meteors that were falling into the sky, the one in Russia, all different kinds of events, the 2 or 3 different solar flares that happened, and all in 1 year as far as I know. Well, I mean, this video has news footage from everywhere, but it doesn't really show dates. But the point being that even if it's been the last 3 years, the catchphrase that I got out of the whole thing was unprecedented event, meaning there's nothing on record to show that it ever happened before. Like just recently, there was snow covering the pyramids in Egypt. First time in 100 and, what did they say, 110 years, 150 years or something? So, overall, what you can get from it is, yes, this planet is definitely changing. And we are just floating on its surface. If you look, if you stop to think about it, and most people don't, I gotta be honest, until, you know, it's right in your face. You just want to go about your day and plan to go ahead, and if you let it all sink in, it's probably too much for you. Too much for me. I had trouble sleeping. And that's the way we live. We let the momentum carry us forward, and we do next to nothing, and sometimes there is nothing you can do. So what do you do, is the question, I guess. If this stuff is going to continue, if the weather is going to get worse and worse and worse, what do you do? Do you move? Areas like, say, Florida and California and earthquake-ridden places, why not move? The center, Canada, as far as I know, Manitoba and Northern Ontario doesn't get any earthquakes. I know there's probably places around the world that don't have earthquakes at all. Mind you, ask people in Winnipeg what the temperature was like this summer. I'll be okay. In this past winter, 2013 winter, temperatures of like -60 or something, -50, without the winds. All through the States, they saw the same thing. This last bit of ice storm that happened that wasn't in this video because they only did up to September 2013. So all of the winter events of 2013 that we remember now are not in that video, but add them to the list. They're just incredible things that happened. In July, Toronto made it onto the list for our massive floods that shut down the city for 2 days. You know, it's a very rare events that are now happening with the weather, and the weather, I think, is just a direct result of our impact on the planet, the climate, the changes we've made. That's what I genuinely think is the case. It's probably not going to get better, whether you want to acknowledge it now or you acknowledge it when something happens and destroys your whole lifestyle and you have to make a change. That's the thing. We as people, as a species, we've settled since, Mesopotamia and Baghdad, which is, ancient Babylon. We settle down close to fresh water and rivers so we can grow and grow foods, grow crops, grow animals, and we stay there. And your home is your home, but when do natural disasters get bad enough somewhere other than your backyard for you to decide to move? When does determination and stubbornness change hands and your priority changes from this is my home, I live here, to this is my life, I need to save it? Big changes, and the radiation leaking out of Fukushima since 2011, that's a couple of years worth of radiation. So I don't know. It's made me think a lot, and that's what's been on my mind. Anyways, you can find this video online. Weird events of 2013. It's a 2.5-hour video of every month detailing everything that happened. So multiple earthquakes, multiple floods, multiple rainstorms, or forest fires, or heat waves, or you name it. Everywhere around the planet saw something pretty much. Toronto only made it to one. I didn't see anything else mentioned about Canada, and that's not to say that they are biased and they left Canada out, because they showed pretty much everywhere else. It's just that Canada didn't get a whole lot of bad anything, which is fortunate. You make your own judgment calls on there, but we have a lot of landmass, we have a lot of fresh water. The only thing you're going to have to deal with is the cold. We don't mind because we're used to it. But make your own judgment call there. Anyways, I think I'm going to end my video there. I may not post clips of the other two because they're pretty shoddy. Maybe sometime, but not today. And that's it for me. Take it easy, have a good weekend, and I'll see you back tomorrow, Monday the 13th. Alright, peace. Take it easy.